Hi guys, I'm Oleg.
And I'm Vadim.
And today on our podcast, we will talk about the topic that is widely discussed on the internet, on forums. People are always comparing these two things. So we're going to chime in today and talk about iPhone versus Samsung.
Or Android.
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, yeah, but our phone that we're going to be talking about today is Samsung S25 Ultra.
Yeah.
So you had some time off and you've been traveling, you had this phone with you, and you filmed a lot of sample footage, and you've been all over the country filming on this phone. You want to share your experiences and, tell us maybe how it's different for you, filming on iPhone versus the new Samsung.
Yeah. I think I'll definitely gonna share my experience because it's a lot of positive feedback that I have, but also some things that I think possible to improve. But also, let's first address questions like why we don't have accessories for Android, because I think it's also hot topic.
Yes.
So and technically, we have everything that is compatible with Android except of one product, which is Beastcam.
And that's the good point, because a lot of our customers, from the feedback we get, a lot of customers, they think that all the gear we have is only iPhone, made for iPhone, and some of them don't even know that we have a full support and everything works with Android smartphones. The only minus or negative thing is you cannot have a cage.
At least for now.
For now.
Yeah. But lenses, a universal rig, Beastcam, also handles, filters, you can use with any device. And I just want to address why we don't have cage for now, because Android manufacturers, they work differently than Apple. When Apple releasing all the technical drawings after product release publicly, or you need to have developer account, where on Android they do not release those drawings at all. So you have to kind of sign up to some sort of program to get access, and we've been trying to do that with Google Pixel before. Right now we're trying with Samsung again, and we still were not approved for that. So, and for us to develop a dedicated cage, we just have to measure everything, and it's much easier to work from drawings because you can help to guess. You just have precise dimensions, and then you design around that. But yeah, we are planning to do cage for Android, because there are for Galaxy S25 Ultra, if not maybe for the next one, because there are definitely benefits of having dedicated cage, even with our photon adapter.
Yes, it's definitely
built so it cannot be adapted to universal rig. You have to use cage. So that's why we really want to do that. It just different how Apple works, and we were not lucky to
basically if these companies, the Samsung and Pixel, they would simplify process the entry to get those blueprints, it would be much easier. But for now, that we have what we have.
Yeah, I think you see what they do. If once you approved, you have access before the product release. So that's another big benefit, because if you have access to drawings before it's even released, or even to the devices, you have time to design,
to prep
products and test and everything. So that's definitely a benefit. But you have to get approved and get into that program, and we were not lucky to get there. So Samsung
USA, please.
Like you said, I've been traveling. I used S25 Ultra for whole week, 7 days. I was recording with all of our lenses and DOF adapter. We are working on that footage, like a sample videos, plus we're just gonna have dedicated video about our lenses with new Galaxy S25 Ultra. And overall, I would say, yeah, I can definitely see a lot of improvements because of that Samsung lock profile that they added this year. Again, I have some very positive feedback, because I really like that Samsung has Pro camera mode.
The Pro camera.
In the native camera app. And also, it was last year when they introduced support for Anamorphics and DOF adapter. through Camera Assistant app that you can download from Samsung Play Store or App Store.
App Store apps.
It's not on Google Play Store. And once you have this app, you can toggle in settings for anamorphic and DOF adapter. So that's definitely, I mean, we can see that Samsung is trying to.
Yeah, it's definitely a step up.
Yeah, and they introduced that last year. It's available now on new devices. So yeah, I tried Blackmagic, but there was no log profile. And I don't know what's going on with like all the apps on Android and at least on Samsung devices, because we have them for years, like flagships. It's really hard to see on the screen what's going on with your camera, especially if you're using third-party apps. It's so much contrast, and it looks like it's overexposed with crushed shadows. But like actual footage that you record looks good. It's something how they display that image on the screen when you record. So with native camera app, it did look much better. I still, if you use natural profile, in my opinion, when you look on screen on iPhone, what you see, that's basically what you get.
Yes.
With Samsung, in my experience, it's always like over kind of saturated. But with log profile, it looks much more balanced. So I didn't have issues to
Takes
kind of
off that.
yeah. And initially, I was a little bit underexposed in image because it did look to me overexposed. But then I was just looking at the exposure meters that they have in the app, and I was basically trying to be at 0 or go a little bit, lower. So yeah, this way I was kind of sure that my image is properly exposed. And again, without any LUTs on preview, just with log profile applied, I was able to. I didn't have any issues to kind of see what I'm filming, and yeah, it did work pretty good for me.
What about the camera? Like this, the Samsung cameras with our lenses. How do you like?
Yeah, so I tested all the lenses, and the way I was doing, I was trying to get to one location, or for one day I was using just one lens without kind of changing anything, just going and filming with each lens. And like overall, in general, all of our lenses, DOF adapters, they work great with Samsung. The thing is, with Galaxy S25 Ultra, you have a wider camera. Main camera is 22 millimeters, I believe so, and it's wider than 24. So what I noticed with lenses, if you're in photo mode, you can kind of see a little bit of mechanical vignetting on some of the lenses. So you need to like less than 5% zoom just to kind of fill the frame. But again, because we have much wider, main camera here, but in video mode, you don't see any like vignetting. The only thing that I would like to address, on native camera app, you cannot shut down image stabilization. So that's one of the kind of things that I would love to see to be fixed.
Yeah.
Because even if you go to settings and you turn off image stabilization, it's still on. I try to work with that. And it's not that strong, but still you can see image is getting stabilized. And when you're shooting with wide lens, it's not a problem at all. With Kenko, it's good. It helps to stabilize your footage. Same with telephoto. It's perfect. It's actually beneficial when we're filming with iPhone. If we use Kenko or telephoto and we go handheld, we also use image stabilization. But the thing is, anamorphics and DOF adapter. So with anamorphics, I feel like, I don't know, to me, we have to go through edit and then see. But to me, it did look like that image stabilization did not cause as much that jello and distortion.
Effect.
So I think it's either like very subtle stabilization. And of course, if you go crazy and start walking or running, yes, you will see that. But when it's small movements and you're trying to keep it steady, I think it did look good on the screen. So we will see when we edit that footage. With DOF adapter, that's like where I would have to shut down image stabilization completely because it's not helping in any way, especially if you're shooting handheld. So that's like one of the feedback, or not a complaint, but just a feedback, like Samsung,
Was it
please.
beneficial to change this?
Yeah, just allow customers to shut down image stabilization completely. I know it's possible because in third-party apps you can do that. In Blackmagic, yeah, you can shut it down, but not in native camera app. So yeah, that's one of the things that I think can be improved. Also, with DOF adapter settings for DOF to correct the image orientation, everything did work perfectly fine. With anamorphic settings, 155 did proper de-squeeze, but for some reason 133 was doing some kind of weird thing. So I think it still has to be fixed, I guess. So what I was doing with 155, I was filming with de-squeeze, but with 133, initially I tried to do with 155 de-squeeze, just to at least have some, widescreen kind of look to see in frame. But then I was just filming without any de-squeeze because it's not that big of the issue when you film with anamorphics. You can do just without any de-squeeze and do that in post. And yeah, so that was kind of like bug, I guess, in the app. But it's good that DOF worked because that would be the biggest problem, to film everything upside down, kind of. But with anamorphics, yeah, I was able to film like that, and yeah.
I remember you said that the focus on Samsung, you felt like it was a little bit more snappier with the lenses.
Yeah. I think first, I think it has better macro focusing capabilities on the main sensor. Not a macro, but just close focus. Because even with anamorphics, like 133, I was able, we'll see that footage on big screen, but on my screen it did look really good. I was able to play with that focus and kind of focus on, foreground and have background blur and vice versa. So I feel like it allows you to pull a little bit closer. And same with DOF adapter. It was focusing without any issue. And with telephoto lens too, I was able to get closer to something, so it's creating more separation, depth of field. So I like that when you want to have better minimum focus on your phone, because it just allows you to create more separation, especially if you filming with like telephoto lens. And also, yeah, about autofocus, I didn't have any issues because usually if I film something, like unless it's on tripod and you know what you're recording, you can lock your focus and go in manual mode. But in kind of run and gun scenarios, I usually keep it on auto and just tapping on the screen to kind of focus on something. So it was holding that focus point pretty well. So I didn't notice any issues when it starts hunting for focus. Sometimes it's happening on iPhone in third-party apps, especially if you get into that close limit kind of to full macro mode, it starts to shift. I didn't notice that here, so that's a big plus, I guess. And yeah, overall, again, with log profile, I feel like I was more confident what I'm doing because I was able to see a little bit better. Even though you have those washed out colors and everything, it's still, I feel like with natural profile, to me, it's like I'm always guessing if my exposure is correct because it looks a little bit too much contrast and too much.
Maybe that's the Samsung's way of working.
Yeah, I think.
So you dial
it's
down.
It's specifically about pro mode, because I think in like regular mode, when you don't have those manual controls, it's probably doing something differently because it's more like HDR kind of look. So your shadows, you can see details and highlights. But once you go to manual mode or pro mode, I feel like it's just doing something different, and you have to be a little bit more careful and watch your levels of exposure, because it's definitely looks a little bit different.
So, the question, since, you filmed a lot on iPhone and now you have a lot of experience on Samsung,
1 week.
1 week, oh, still a lot,
But still I was shooting.
So what would you say about the camera? Which camera you like more, the iPhone or Samsung?
So look, I think at this point of time, doesn't really kind of make sense to debate what is better, what is not.
Just
I think
different.
it's different, and to me personally, because I'm using iPhone as my personal phone, we shooting on iPhone majority of times, because we also have Macs, we also have iPads, we're doing file sharing, we're doing like this
The whole
whole
ecosystem.
ecosystem. So for us, it's much easier to work with that. But what I think on iPhone is better third-party apps that definitely working much better, because I think it's just the fact that you have couple models of iPhones and you can dial in your app to work as good as possible with that hardware. Even with that, it's still hard. So I cannot imagine how to create perfect Android camera apps that gonna work with dozens or hundreds of different devices and hardware.
Yeah.
I think it's just impossible to do that.
Yeah.
So
the apps, you would say the apps are better optimized for
yeah,
for
and I think there are more choices on iPhone, like solid choices, because there are a ton of third-party
Camera
apps
apps, yeah.
on Google Play Store, but it just, we tried before Filmic, same kind of experience. Like even right now, Blackmagic, I tried it a couple times, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna record with native app in Pro mode. It's so much better than
use a
plus
third
log
party.
profile. I cannot use that in Blackmagic, at least at the time when I was filming. We have to see how it's gonna grade that log profile. I did quick tests. I have LumaFusion, so every night I was kind of copying my files, trying to do working with different lots and trying to grade a little bit on my phone, and it did grade really well. So I was putting different lots, and it looks great. I posted a couple posts on Instagram with some screen grabs from DOF adapter and anamorphic lenses, and I think compared to previous natural profiles that was available on previous phone, that's definitely a huge improvement, that you can work with that footage. It's not like before it was bad, it wasn't bad, but now you're working
see
with
it
log
better.
profile, so you can do more than you were able to do before.
So basically, iPhone versus Android. It's just a tool. At the end of the day, one is tool, second one is just different, and you still need the lenses and gear to take it to the pro level.
Yeah, and knowledge, and it's
Experience. And
again,
knowledge.
if you're gonna give me the most expensive advanced camera that I
Yeah.
never used before, and without any practice, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be able to do something.
To squeeze everything out of it. Yeah.
So so again, I think the only thing is, it's like usually it's always when we post something with iPhone, it's like, oh,
People are asking.
asking, oh, you don't need all that stuff
Yeah.
for my Galaxy, because I can shoot without all of that stuff, So it's like, man, you still need something if you want to shoot it differently, not just quick videos, clips. Because like even Samsung, when they did a few of those projects, they've been using our DOF adapters, our lenses, so they still use...
I remember there was a few commercials filmed for, was it the Manchester?
Yeah, it was
Manchester
for
United.
Snapdragon commercial for processing.
And they used the DOF adapter.
Yeah, DOF adapters, and then that Epic Worlds last year, it was shot with DOF adapter with our Kenko lens. They used Beastgrip Pro, they used Beast Rail, so they still used all that equipment. If you trying to get more from that device,
you still need a pro
accessories.
gear. Yeah,
Yes.
accessories.
Yeah, again, we will have to edit that footage to do final video. So I'm gonna get some feedback from editor and colorist and compare it to iPhone, how it looks. If you are Android guy and you love your Samsung, I think there is
Nothing stopping you.
Yeah, that somebody can prove you that no, iPhone is better and vice versa. So in my personal opinion, I would prefer iPhone. It just, I still think it's a better camera system for more professional stuff. But for, let's say, just photos, for quick clips, for just everyday use, all these devices are great, you know?
Yeah.
All of them delivering such a good results that, yeah, it just...
At the end of the day, it's also, you know, the material and whatever you're filming. If you have a good idea and someone takes your iPhone and gives you the Samsung, if you know how to use your tools, you're still going to deliver.
Yeah.
You know?
It's all about story and your experience and knowledge.
Tools are good, but, you know, the main thing is the talent and what are your storytelling.
Yeah, and now it's all this, you know, iPhones, Samsung Pixels. We still have to get new Pixel that came out and check that one out. Like the build quality, materials, how those devices feel, they're all beautiful and powerful and great, you know. So I think it's, again, you're not gonna convince iPhone guys that Samsung is better and
vice versa.
Yeah, so there's no point to argue. Let's just create with whatever tool we have, and yeah, we'll see, you know, what Pixel has. I like, if I can give another feedback, in my opinion, Samsung had always better video quality than
iPhone.
Pixel.
I was just fishing for the right answer.
Because I know that it was a lot of like, oh my God, Pixel has the best camera for photography. Maybe we're not doing much of photography. We're more focused on videos. But like, I remember from our experience when we tested all these models each year, Pixel was just way too over-compressed and in video mode. So it wasn't that great. So Samsung was much better. And we'll see this year. We waiting for
the new Pixel
10 Pro XL, I guess.
So basically, the two best tools you have on the market right now is the Samsung S25 Ultra and the iPhone.
At least here.
Yeah.
Because there is so many other devices
in different
out there.
regions of the world, yes.
And we, like before, we had Huawei, OnePluses, and I don't remember if we had
Xiaomi.
Yeah, I just don't remember. The only thing I remember when Huawei came out was what, P30. I don't remember what model was that first. That everyone was saying it's like Samsung killer, iPhone killer, and it was the best.
A lot of hype.
I was so excited to check it out, and it was so bad, in my opinion. Like UI on the camera, colors, everything. I was not impressed at all. So I was like, okay, everyone is so positive about that camera. It's the best camera. How? I mean, it doesn't look that good. So
different opinions.
Yeah, you always have to take all these reviews with grain of salt because, yeah. But I think Samsung, Google, at least here in States, yeah, those devices are beautiful. They're all like premium devices now. So whatever you like, get Android.
Just learn your tools and make art. So we will post like a video, right? That was sample footage soon.
Yeah. So with each lens, with DOF adapter, I think looks really, really good. Yeah. So
and expect the new cages.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll wait. We'll wait if we're gonna get approved this time or not. But or maybe we're just gonna start measuring design.
with
yeah. That's it is what it is. If you know.
Okay, so I think we had a nice debate and we talked about everything.
Yeah, peace, friendship,
between Android and the iPhone users.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once again, just use your tools. They give you, any tool will give you good results once you learn, you know, how to use it properly. And so just check our YouTube channel in next week or two. Once we're gonna post a video with sample footage, and was nice talking to you. And we'll see you guys in next episodes.
Thank you, guys.